Normally, when I hear there's going to be a new Hollywood adaptation of a beloved franchise, I just assume the filmmakers go into it thinking, let's take a beloved childhood memory and just twist it until it screams for mercy. But the Super Mario Bros. Movie has done the impossible in Hollywood, respected the fans, canon, and the franchise. This was more surprising than finding out your crush was actually your second cousin. The plot of the movie follows our favorite plumber brothers, Mario and Luigi, as they embark on a journey to save the Mushroom Kingdom from the evil Bowser. It's a simple premise, but the execution is what really sets it apart. The writing is clever and self-aware, with plenty of nods to the video game series that inspired it. The plot can basically be summed up as an angry incel's desperate plan to not die alone. I mean, Bowser is so desperate for female attention, he resorts to trying to kidnap Princess Peach and hopes she will succumb to Stockholm Syndrome. On a side note, if you're a fan of the Super Mario games, you know that there are some pretty weird power-ups, like the Tanuki suit, which turns Mario into a giant flying scrotum. Personally, I don't think the world is ready for a furry Mario. Chris Pratt as Mario. Oh boy, that's like casting Nicolas Cage as Superman. However, Pratt somehow manages to make it work, even though his accent in the trailer is more confusing than the ending of Lost. I mean, his Italian accent is about as authentic as Olive Garden's breadsticks. But yet, it just works. Seriously, his performance was fantastic. Before we continue, make sure you smash the like button, leave a comment, and share the link on social media. It helps let YouTube know my video is worth watching and will send out notifications. It really helps the channel. Now, if you like what I do and want to support my channel, consider becoming a channel member. You'll gain access to exclusive content like member live streams and have your name listed at the end of my videos.
Young people from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future.
I'm doing my part.
I appreciate every single one of my supporters, way more than you know.
They're doing their part. Are you?
It would really help me out. Now back to roasting Mario with some fireballs. Speaking of the brothers, let's talk about the characters. Mario and Luigi are lovable as always, with great chemistry that really makes you feel like they're brothers. Their banter is hilarious and always entertaining. Chris Pratt may not have been my first choice for the role of Mario, but he brings a fresh, new take to the character that we didn't know we needed. And Charlie Day as Luigi? Brilliant casting. He's the perfect sidekick to Pratt's Mario, and their chemistry is off the charts. And let's not forget about Jack Black's Bowser. He's just the right amount of evil with equal parts menacing and hilarious. The one big casting failure was casting Seth Rogen as Seth Rogen in a gorilla suit. Honestly, he makes Donkey Kong sound like a hyena high on helium. Every line involving DK took me right out of the movie. Now, one of my favorite scenes is the Mario Kart section. It reminded me a lot of Paul Walker from the Fast and the Furious. Because I was on the edge of my seat the whole time, wondering who was going to crash and burn. The acting in this movie is surprisingly good, with the cast really committing to their roles. Chris Pratt nails it as Mario, bringing a lot of charm and energy to the character. The acting is top-notch, even if some of the accents are a bit questionable. But hey, if Madonna could pretend to be British for all those years, I'm sure Chris Pratt can pull off an Italian accent.
I'm telling you, I'm English.
The chemistry between the characters is fantastic, with each actor bringing their unique comedic sensibilities to the roles. Pratt's Mario is a lovable everyman, while Day's Luigi is endearingly quirky. Taylor-Joy brings a sense of regal grace to Peach, while Jack Black's Bowser is like a mix between a medieval knight and a rejected American Gladiator contestant. Director Aaron Horvath took more risks than a blind man playing Russian roulette. And you know, some of those risks paid off. The visuals are so colorful and vibrant that I felt like I was tripping on acid. The director did an amazing job bringing the world of Mario to life. The Mushroom Kingdom is a visual feast, with vibrant colors and imaginative creatures around every corner. The action sequences are intense and exciting, with plenty of nods to the classic video game series. It was clear that the creative team behind the movie were huge fans of the franchise, and just wanted to do it justice. The director struck a good balance between humor and action. However, the pacing of the movie was a little uneven, but it wasn't a huge issue. A standout part of the movie is the Blue Luma. He was so nihilistic, he only listens to My Chemical Romance on repeat while writing bad poetry in his own blood. I'm honestly surprised there wasn't a scene where they found the Blue Luma with a belt around his neck after a failed autoerotic asphyxiation attempt.
To lead you in the summer! To join the Black Parade!
The writing in this movie is sharp and witty, with plenty of nods to the games that are sure to delight fans. The jokes are clever and often unexpected, and there are even some surprisingly emotional moments that give the movie depth. There's a plot twist that was more surprising than the time my grandma announced that she was starting a career as a rapper and released a diss track about her bingo opponents. The cinematography in this movie is breathtaking, and the special effects are mind-boggling. It's like if Avatar had a baby with Inception. The action scenes are so intense, I felt like I was in the movie, jumping over barrels and dodging fireballs. The bright colors, the detailed sets, and the seamless integration of animated characters all came together to create a truly immersive world. I mean, I haven't seen this many mushrooms since Coachella. Now, the movie tried to subvert expectations by avoiding the kidnap princess trope, but instead, it started to fall into the current girl boss trope harder than a One Direction fan trying to convince you they're still relevant. Princess Peach is so strong and independent to the point where Mario and Luigi were almost unnecessary. It felt like the writers were really trying to prove a point. It was like they were saying, see, women can do everything a man can do, and better. It just felt forced and took away from the overall fun of the movie. Peach is such a girl boss, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a giant strap-on under that dress.
Drop your coat and grab your toes.
What?
I'm gonna show you where the wild goose goes.
With that being said, it's not so offensively bad or in your face that it ruins the movie in any way. Most of the stuff is explained in a satisfactory way that fits the world. It's just such an overused trope that was unnecessary, and the story would have worked better if it was toned down a notch. You know, give Mario and Luigi and the princess a reason to come together to save the kingdom. Anyways, the Super Mario Bros. Movie is a blast from start to finish. It was a fun, lighthearted adventure that brought me back to my childhood. It's a movie that knows exactly what it is and leans into it with reckless abandon. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed the Super Mario Bros. Movie. It's not a masterpiece, but it's a damn good time, and sometimes that's all you need. But if you're a fan of the games, you owe it to yourself to see this movie.